gentlemen, welcome to the Changimitang Stadium for BUB Bhutan Women's National League 2026. Today's match we have is between RTC Women FC versus UGYEN Academy Women FC. So now let us welcome the teams of RTC Women FC and UGYEN Academy Women FC.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kuzangpo and welcome to match day 9 of the BOB Women's National League Tier 3. Still round 1, this is RTC Women's FC versus UGYEN Academy Women's FC. So far both teams solid outings, yet undefeated. RTC made a statement to wins 8-0 in both matches, looking to make their third dominant run. Their first win against Paro Women's FC, 8-0, fantastic. Had a hat-trick performance from Tringyangchen. Their second against Gallifrey Academy, followed up by yet another plethora of goals. On the other hand, we have UGYEN Academy, another youth team, solid 5-4 win against Gallifrey Academy. And in that match, plenty of contributions from Tringyangchen, their captain, and UGYEN Hamo, 14 for their side, as we look to see the clash between the giants that are to put their name forth in the Women's League as we await the national anthem.
If you're able to, please rise for the national anthem.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Kuzangpo and welcome. This is the face-off between RTC Women's and UGYEN Academy Women's. And here are the starting lineups for both sides. For RTC, it is Kinzang Dema on goal, 22, Sukmaya, the captain as always, number 5. Pema Kinzang Chiki, 8, Tringlharan, 9, Somhlamu 10, Funsharin 12, Dojiden, 16, Amgal Dema 17, Tringyangchen, 18, Diklazom, 19, and Kilinzangmo 26. As for UGYEN Academy, it is Sonam, number 2, their goalkeeper, Tringyangden, their captain as always at 32. Chukyom, 3, Tenu Wangmo, 4, UGYEN Zangmo 5, Sangishorin 6, Seringchorin 9, Namsel Wangzom, 10, UGYEN Lhamo, 14, Changalham, 15, and Chodin Bida, rounding out the lineups for both squads. UGYEN Academy had a solid outing yesterday, held Drukpa down to a narrow 1-0 lead until the 18 minutes, but that was the good part of the story. If you forget about the last 10 minutes, where within a short span, 28 Karmajam Stashi scored a hat-trick for Drukpa FC, giving Drukpas the 4-0 victory against the UGYEN Academy men's side. Solid performance defensively, but it was simply the efforts up front that were missing from the side of UGYEN Academy. Looking for a different story, however, for the women's side today. They are one of the best teams. Triandin alongside UGYEN Hamo, plenty of goal contributions, a lethal duo up front as they look to turn the ties against RTC. Both undefeated, both looking to change the ties for today. As for the referees, it will be Wang Chen, the main referee for today, assisted by Kinlepenjo and Singawanchu, the fourth official for today, Pematong. For RTC, again, the head coach will be Kazang Chorin, team manager Chimikit, manager UGYEN Gelsen, physiotherapist Sensu Kiem. And for UA Women's FC, head coach Denka, team manager Kine Denkar, and physiotherapist Funso Norbu. Both teams full and Arsenal capable of delivering Gatling rounds across each other. No shortage of goal scorers across the board. RTC, 3 personnels with hat-tricks already. Number 8, Pima Kizangchuki had a hat-trick in the second match. Namga Dema, hat-trick in the second. Sring Yangchin, hat-trick in the first. Dikilazum close. 2 goals to her name in the first, 1 goal in the second. Som Lhamo, 2 goals in the first. Sring Hadin, a goal in the second. Rounding up the 16 goals RTC earned, no own goals forced for their opponents from their side. It has been clean, it has been clinical, and it has been hard-earned. For UA, despite conceding 4, they did manage to answer back with 5. Yanden sitting 2 and Unglamo with a hat-trick of her own. So definitely players to watch out for as we start things off here at Changlimitang. Solid drizzle, not the best of conditions the ladies out here can ask for. Is 6 p.m. on the dot here at Changlimitang, give or take a couple of hours for our friends in Nepal, Australia and the world beyond. Solid job on that clearance will force RTC to restart. Kilinzangmo, no goal to her name, but at the same time has not tried getting up front. Her position in the wing back is really solid defensively. Even if they sub, RTC has a solid depth in their bench as well. Somgaki number 6 has been exceptionally clinical in the back line as well. Very strong, very pacey, hard matchup against anyone. As UGYEN Academy take advantage of that open right flank. Again, if they want to try something out, that right side will not be the matchup they want. It will be their right wingers they need to focus on going forward. UA poked out, recovered, and it will be Namgetema off to the races on that right. Immediate closure, but does a solid job rolling it right between the defender's legs. Almost got himself decent possession right inside UA's half, but brilliant job defensively. Again, the same story we've been seeing from that institution, UGYEN Academy. Even in the men's side yesterday, completely unexpected Drukpas after coming out on top against Paro. 4-2 would have been 3 if it had not been for their own goal. But given that solid performance, we were expecting UGYEN Academy to face a lot much more pressure than they did. But that defensive effort, that hustle, despite the attacking efforts not working out, even Santa and Praveen hustling back to force double teams, triple teams on the personnel for WFC, did a brilliant job holding them down until that deadlock was broken in the second half. The first goal from Drukpas in the first hour, at the hour mark. The last 3 goals, brilliant hat-trick from Kamil Jamsud. Deservedly won man of the match as well. But it would have been a completely different story if UGYEN Academy had connected Santa. Plenty of chances up front, but not quite the finishing to deliver. On the other hand, 28 Kamil Jamsud, not many touches. I do believe it was only 5 shots he recorded against UAFC, but it only took 3 of them to get his hat-trick. That is the benchmark, that is the standard we all expect. UGYEN Academy simply could not deliver. It was a solid showing defensively, but going forward they will need to work a bit more on that finishing. It was the same issue in their matchup where they lost against BFF Academy as well, where they conceded 3. Santa, the lone consolation for UGYEN Academy, but we know that they have established themselves in this league for a long time, and that greater performances can be delivered if they put their mind to it, but it simply has been off nights, back to back even for their number 10 up front. Hopefully he comes back with the promise that we know he can deliver, as it is sent right back UGYEN Academy to restart. There is Sringadin, the captain for UGYEN Academy. A bit of a fumble there on the clearance, but a fumbled response indeed from Namgya, but unfortunate touch there for UGYEN Academy will be a throw-in for RTC. There is Kinezamo. Besides her footballing life, has a solid social media career as well. Do give her a follow on TikTok, just casually mentioning it. To believe she has her handle as Chili. Her entertainment value alongside Sunshine, whom you all know and love from RTC, has been quite an entertaining duo for the footballing side of RTC. So far yet to see Sunshine as well alongside Kachu. Always a beloved moment to see those step into the field given the massive following they have gained recently. Brilliant personality, making full use of their charms. But back to the match at hand, it is UGYEN Academy looking to restart. Sonam, definitely no shortage in terms of goalkeeping ability for UA in both the men's and women's side as well. Easy offside call there, no threat for UGYEN Academy. But as I was saying, Sonam, a solid goalkeeper. Even the men's side in Lochonyima, no better personnel they could ask for at the goalposts. RTC, dangerous up front, header! Dikil Hazam off the woodworks. It might be a recovery there, but not quite. Also with regards to the sound, we are looking into it, so we will get back with the solution as soon as we can. But at the same time, given the weather here in THIMPHU, I did come out with the cold as well, so that might also be one of the reasons. But we will look for the technical side as well. But UGYEN Academy restarts right up to Tringyangden, taking no risk sending that touch off. But brilliant job, get it that second touch back. Pressure on RTC. Right, we are back, RTC in possession. Definitely a 50-50 in terms of possession right now. UGYEN Academy doing a solid job battling out in the midfield. Tringyangden, not as much presence as we expect from her today. Namgadema offside there, but UGYEN Academy deflects it and RTC will get the option to restart again. Easy flag there, RTC definitely getting anxious. The rain here in Changlimitang not helping. A much less turnout here, not helped by the fact that we have rain, but solid nonetheless. Yesterday was one of the best cheering squads we've had this season for any team. WFC, drums, cymbals, as I said yesterday as well. A Jaling and a Dung were simply all that we're missing to complete the rituals that were going on here in the stands. Also, kudos to the UGYEN Academy women's side. Showed up yesterday for the matches, for their men's side. As yet another offside flag raised. Solid job defensively from UGYEN Academy. Disciplined in that back line, baiting out those offsides. As Tringyangden loses possession. Pimakizna Chiki, the hat-trick hero from their second match. Fumble on both sides, deflected off of UGYEN Academy themselves. Tringyangden, possession up front, poked left. The final delivery not quite what they want. Dicky. That's not there, hands it right over to Tringyangden. High clearance there. Does not get to UGYEN and it is back to Somlhamo. Solid passing on display. RTC definitely look like they are back in form. It simply has been their forwards that has been trapped offside again and again as that effort delivery from that left wing. Not quite there. UGYEN Academy pressure up high. Throw in for RTC. UGYEN Academy women's played level against THIMPHU Academy seniors, but against a team as conditioned as RTC, a squad chock of national squad players. The question with regards to their conditioning will be put in test as brilliant pass up front. That final touch not there, still a fumble, might be a clearance there, but it is Sonam who ends up at the top of the ball. Brilliant pass, set the classroom up, but they held on to it a bit too slightly, and a job well done from UGYEN Academy's defense to get right on top of it, especially from the goalkeeper. There again, no doubt with regards to her ability. Her team doing a brilliant job keeping up the pressure as well. RTC not finding any easy passes. UGYEN Academy's midfield especially active. It has been the flanks that RTC are taking on as retaliation. Solid 10 minutes. Somlhamo will get a shot off from distance. Delivered long by the goalkeeper, but RTC get at the end of it. Somlhamo touch a bit too heavy. Again, brilliant touch. Sets up that pass back, but no window to get a burst of speed in. Namsel Wangzom right there. Brilliant touch. Quick release by UGYEN. As UGYEN Academy, space opens up. The shot slip. Unfortunate. Sangichon definitely the position she wanted to get on that shot. The defender not quite there. A step behind, but the rain again a challenge for both teams as that ball released up. UGYEN pass, perfect shot, one touch, not there. Namsil Wangzom again. That pass perfectly weighted right past the defender. A bit too far for the goalkeeper to have any dreams of getting there. But close calls as UGYEN Academy look like they are finally heating up. Sangchurin off to Namsil Wangzom. RTC after that first effort from Dikilhazom haven't seen an option, haven't seen a way past UGYEN Academy. Again, brilliant job. No avenues for a pass. That pass forced right towards the goalkeeper yet again. The zonal defense from UGYEN Academy this time on point. Goalkeeper right to Somlhamo. The touch a tad too heavy. Sriadin space down left. Sangichurin. Brilliant pass played up. Namsel Wangzom has the pace. Is match up against UGYEN. That cut back First defender beat, cross inside. Sri Lankan taking advantage, left foot, not quite the curl. But fantastic look right inside the box. As UGYEN Academy come dangerously close to opening the scoreline for today. No shortage of drama in the first quarter of an hour. The rain definitely intensifying by the minute. The Kalazum. That pass not quite there. Again, the rain playing a huge part in the forms for both teams right now, and it seems like UGYEN Academy is doing a much better job. As Sonam secures possession. Namgadema thought of a run, but definitely discouraging seeing the ball fly that far off. Sonam, options. That left flank is open. Chengalam will get it. Sangichuran is alone if they want to commit to that run, but that pass a bit too strong for UGYEN Academy. Throw in for UGYEN Academy. Brilliant job stealing it away by Namge. Pimakinza. Run up front. Solid job getting a foot in, and that cross easily intercepted as it is sent out for a corner. Not the contact she wanted, but Tendi Wangmo, what a job well done. Positioning herself right in the path of that cross. And RTC will have to settle with a shot from distance as they earn themselves a corner. RTC has made proper use of their set pieces before. As this time the shot is perfect. Header right towards their own side. And it is an own goal opening the scoreline here for RTC. Misfortune for UGYEN Academy. Unfortunate start for UGYEN Academy in what would have otherwise been a brilliant opening against RTC. Kilizongmo. Namgidema committing to that run, interception by Sri Lankan. This is still a bit too early to celebrate for RTC. UGYEN Academy, a very realistic opportunity. Momentum has been on their side. RTC unable to advance confidently. So UGYEN Academy, realistic odds of coming back in. They have answered with comebacks after comebacks. That win 5-4 against THIMPHU Academy in a very close showdown. So this could also be the same storyboard for them today. as that throw in. Perfectly weighted. Edge of the box. Cross inside. Namge Dema. One touch is all it takes to make it 2 for RTC. Brilliant positioning. Kick started off by a perfectly weighted throw ball. Not much 17 had to do, but simply guided right past the goalkeeper. Sonam perfectly positioned, but committed a bit too much for that shot that never came. And that cross left wide open. Still, again, realistic odds of them coming back. It is still 2. UGYEN Academy will need to do a good job regrouping and getting themselves under control. They will not want to scramble like they are doing right now. Tringyangdin saves her team from yet another intense bit of pressure there. But again, UGYEN Academy will not want to scramble. That was far too much commitment for a neutral threat. It is sent right back to Kilenzangmo. There again, the pigs on full display, but UGYEN Academy with the pressure to get right back in the face of RTC. Pemakinza lets it off to Deke. Plenty of options to work with. This time, UGYEN Academy saved by an offside flag from the linesman. Definitely taken a blow to the morale. But UGYEN Academy, they are competitors. They have a win on the board. They have shown that they can score a plethora of goals with not many opportunities. And in a game like this where they are getting a lot of opportunities which they didn't see last match, it should not be a surprise to see them possibly turn the story here around. But we are back in the while. In the meanwhile, towards Kinzang Dema. UGYEN. Dikil Hazom. That first touch lost Tringyangdin. Brilliant job from RTC. Long ball sent right down the middle and towards Sonam. Avenues opening up for UGYEN Academy. That press definitely doing it wonders. Poked away towards Sonam. Pemakinzang right up there with the pressure. Sonam, clarity on that pass. So Jordan Tenuangmo lobbed it over the wing but couldn't quite keep it as tight to the line as they wanted, as UGYEN does a brilliant job sending it right back, but a bit too rushed, and offside it will be for UGYEN Academy. And it seems like we finally have some life back in the stands. A lot of fans for RTC, including a couple of really cute kids who are making their love for RTC known quite powerfully. might I add. That's Riyadin. Brilliant job. Has been the player I respected since she started playing for Samsi and our school. We are from the same school. Still, nice to see her shine in the Women's League. Do have a couple of other talents from the place where I grew up as well. Kamas Hitim was from Samsi as well. Jigdral, who's playing for RTC, from Samsi as well. A couple of the players here and there. Nimongdi was from Samsi. They do have a middle brother who is currently in the Middle East, I believe. But yeah, he was a brilliant footballing talent as well, there with his brothers. Just couldn't get the fate to play in the national team. There, PC again. Shot, tried from distance. Dema. Pass, played middle. Not quite the space they want to turn around. Pemakinza loses possession, but it is sent right out. Throw in, I believe, for RTC. As we approach the half an hour mark, RTC with 2 on the scoreboard, but no clear initiative. It has been UGYEN Academy who has been on the upper hand, dominating RTC physically. But they have not found a goal they can boast about in the scoreline. They have had a fantastic attempt up front from Namsil Wangzom, but that unfortunate slip given the rain. And one more left-footed delivery from Triandin. As RTC rolled right under the goalkeeper as it makes it 3-0 in favor of RTC. Again, not much gaps for RTC to exploit past this brilliant defensive effort from UGYEN Academy, but in the few efforts they do, they are making the best use. Their conversion rate, definitely a thing to marvel at. As yet again, Angadema sent loose on that right side. This time, brilliant job recovering. In transition, UGYEN Academy is hard to beat defensively, but it is in those scrambles, the chaos RTC creates inside the box for UGYEN Academy, where it has been dangerous. As Sukmaya wins the race against Sringyangden. Thought she had that pace, but Sukmaya had the vision and positioning to get to it first, but it will be throw-in for UGYEN Academy. And an opportunity to restart against the damage RTC has done. UGYEN, brilliant job. Pokes it right towards a teammate, gets it back. Has the technical ability to keep possession, but this time, well read. No space to send it between the legs of Pemakinza. Teklazom stolen away by UGYEN Academy. And there again, a bit of panic there by Namsil Wangzom. Could have done well to keep possession for herself, but pressure definitely mounting. Uilamo. There again, the technical gift she has with the ball at her feet. But yet again, it will be hard for one to go against so many. The rain definitely bothering the energy levels for UGYEN Academy. Their positioning is breaking down. It is unusual to see a team lose their composure within the first half an hour if they're doing well past the first 15 minutes. But UGYEN Academy, a completely different story. Beyond the norms, but those 3 goals definitely heartbreaking, especially considering the fact that one of them was an own goal. Again, still a 3-0 margin at the half an hour mark. UGYEN Academy are getting a lot of chances. They have the capacity. We do know they match up against a very solid Academy girls, where they scored 5 courtesy of 14 UGYEN Hamo and 32 their captain. As RTC look to make a breakaway lob high over the defense right towards the goalkeeper. RTC, brilliant job intercepting it up front. Sring Yangchin had a hat-trick in the first match, this time no involvement, but it is still too early to tell. Pema Kinzon gets that touch and it will be offside. Close call there for UGYEN Academy. Slip-ups coming one after the other. Long clearance there, right towards Namgadema, but not quite. The header. Sriarjan almost there. RTC. Tekil Hazom, one-on-one against Sonam Cross inside. And devastating it will be for UGYEN Academy yet again. Completely unselfish there from Tekil Hazom. A goal on a silver platter for Kinzang Cheki. As RTC make it 4 against UGYEN Academy's 0. The body language in the orange jerseys fully representing the pressure they are faced with. The first 15 minutes, beautiful football. But once that first goal and that own goal fell inside their own net, devastation indeed. RTC solid track record in the opening 2 matches. 8 goals forwarded in the first against the reigning second place Par Women's, who are not playing with their foreign signings from last season. Quite a large gap in between 1 and 2. 8-0 dominant display in their second outing. RTC 8 goals against yet another clean sheet. And right now, given their performances and their forwards heating up against the crumbling defense of UA, definitely looks like they are on track to breaking their own record. Sriarjan. UGYEN Academy. Not quite the position they want, nor the end to this possession that they want, as that ball cleared long and far right towards Kinzang Tema. No, Jaden. Plenty of options to work with. UGYEN Academy is tired. It will be their opportunity to break through yet again. There again, the position for UGYEN Academy crumbling in the early couple of minutes. They did a solid job holding their back line together. Kept a lot of possessions offside for RTC. But this time, they break through yet again. Sonam there clears it high. Not the distance she wants, but plenty of lift. Confusion for Kilnizangmo Somlamo on that recovery. Diklasum in the middle if she wants to let a ball out. But Sring Yangden, brilliant job recovering it. Space for herself if she wants to take it, but that ball a bit too rushed. Intercepted easily by Sukmaya. And it will be a counter from RTC. Close call there as RTC almost put their fifth in, but this time solid goalkeeping from Sonam. Denying the efforts of RTC, but that rebound will award RTC with yet another corner. UGYEN Academy already an own goal, headed right into the back of their own net after a similar set piece. This time the corner far back out, and it will be a goal kick for UGYEN Academy. RTC already fourth, on the verge of their fifth as they handed right off. Somlamo Diklasum, not quite the connection they want. And UGYEN Academy on the breakaway, but they are rushing their passes. Too much power. Definitely the pressure and the rain adding to their lack of clarity in their judgment as Namgidema breaks fourth. Jangalam right there from distance. What a shot it is! We know what she's capable of. We've seen it in their matchup against Macau and Namgidema. No question, a reminder to us all to respect that range she has on her foot. As RTC make it 5, and there the substitution for UGYEN Academy. Coming in for Tendi Wangmo is Kezan Newton. UGYEN Academy doing a solid job in these conditions, the best they can, but they are simply falling apart as the minute ticks on. A bit more than 5 minutes remain. They will want to keep the gap where it is right now, but other than that, they will not want to concede any more than what they already have if they want to get any chances of coming back in. 5 goals for UGYEN Academy is a realistic option. They've shown us once. They can do it again, so they will not want to let RTC go past this gap. The war in the first half should already be considered lost for UGYEN Academy. But instead of giving up and conceding yet another, they should do their best to bolster their backline and commit to A strong defense to close this half out, but a breakaway from Nangadema, cross delivered inside, intercepted and right towards Sonam. It floats as Ugan Academy are given yet another life support. Sring Yangdin looking for options. That pass might have been a bit too hard. Did go past Kinlezangmo, but too much power forced by the captain. Pema Kinzang, brilliant job. Header from Nangadema sends it right off to the Gilazum. Intercepted in the final stretch. Doji Eden is down, will go for shot. And corner they will have to take. As Ugan Academy, fantastic shot from Namge Wangzom, definitely heating up. Earlier had the best effort for Ugan Academy as well, as she puts them right at the goal line. Haven't seen a proper set piece from Ugan Academy, but can they make it count? It will be hard to come across these chances. The corner this time delivered out, and it will be a goal kick for Kinzadema. Played long, Sriangden, header off to the side. Had it been right forward, she had the personnel to capitalize on that opportunity up there right next to the goalkeeper. But there was only so much they can do. The Academy committing to the press. Brilliant job, wins it back. Sriangden touch might have been a bit too hard, but has the burst to keep it alive and gets yet another throw in. Ugan Academy, miscommunication as it hands over a throw in to RTC, but their press definitely doing wonders for them as they win yet another. This time Sriangden taken completely aback by that recovery. Somlamo right in between the legs of Ginlamo. Brilliant lob past the back line of Ugan Academy, but the flag was up. Offside for RTC. Not much time left. Ugan Academy, solid job renewing their efforts. Plenty of time to get a shot in, and if they can convert, that gap will be narrowed. The best odds they could hope for to realistically find a step back into this match. Yang Chen off to the Klazum. Somlamo sends it off long to Namgadema. Brilliant control there. Possible offside. Yes, it is. Namgadema rushed that pass a bit too early. Sriangden involved quite early again. Her playing as a deep playmaker, I do believe is hurting the chances of Ugan Academy, but at the same time they do lack the personnel to get it up front. Sriangden shines when she plays up front. She has the burst of speed, she has the explosiveness, the technical ability to keep the ball at her feet when she commits to a run up front. But it has been those passes that are proving itself difficult to get up. But this time, solid pass there from Ugan Hamo. Unfortunate for them, it will be offside as we are down to seconds until the end of this first half. Solid efforts there by Mackenzie Chucky. Not giving any ground, forcing Ugan Academy to restart from a goal kick. Short pass. Sent right towards Somlamo. Has the control. Gets it. Almost But UGYEN Academy, 1 more minute has been added. Not much time, but should be plenty to get a decent shot in as UGYEN Academy make that breakaway down on that right flank. Plenty of options if they can find a cross in, but early release Sring Yangdin. Brilliant job winning that battle. Hands it right back over. Ugin Zangmo is in the middle, but stolen away, and on the breakaway RTC. The last line of defense breach. Namgye Dema will go for glory yet again as that brilliant save by Sonam denies RTC from converting their half a dozen. What a strike from Namgye Dema. Solid wind-up, solid power, solid placement, but fully extended. Sonam sends it off. And corner it will be for RTC. Might very well be the last possession they have. UGYEN Academy will need to do their best to not allow anything past their goalkeeper and into their net. Corner, played short at the edge of the box. Corner inside, Namgye Dema. Offside flag has been raised. And there is the whistle to signal the end of the first half. Solid job from UGYEN Academy keeping the deficit where it is. 5-0 in the Women's National League. Not unrealistic at all of coming back in. They have already shown us that they can score 5 goals. The only question now is, can they score it in a single half? And can they score it without conceding any? They will need to renew the defensive efforts. The rain definitely not helping, and the pressure of an own goal alongside a couple of blitzes from RTC weighing heavy on the mind of UGYEN Academy. But there will be a lot of work for the coaching staff for UGYEN Academy to do going forward. RTC definitely happy with their performances, but they have given away a lot of chances to UGYEN Academy, who simply have not converted. But anyways, this was your commentator Ugin Toji. Has been an exciting match so far. UGYEN Academy, despite losing 5-0, still not completely out of this match. And as such, we will see you after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuzangpo, and welcome back to the second half between RTC Women's FC and UGYEN Academy Women's FC. Right now, the scoreline at 5 in favor of RTC. Seems like a substitute is coming in as well. Some Gaki Pelzom right there alongside the fourth official. It will be Punso Choren coming out. Already has a goal contribution. Solid performance from number 12 for RTC as they will look to restart where they left off. So far, Pema Kinachaki with a goal, Singh Hadan. With the goal, but obviously the goal of this match will be Namge Dema and her absolute screamer from distance. UGYEN Academy did concede one courtesy of an own goal, but their defensive efforts have been applaudable in the first half. Simply the blitz taking them by surprise, overwhelming them completely, gave them no hope whatsoever. But hopefully the halftime break will have been enough to get these girls to regroup. It was a fantastic touch from Sringharan, sets up that run on that left flank, but will not be enough as they are forced to restart from a corner. Kilezangmo. Yang Chen, early pass there to Sam Hamo. Brilliant decision to release it early, but simply a bit out of position, and offside it is for RTC. Cleared right back. Kilezangmo off to Dekilazom and UGYEN. Back to Kinzong. There again, the hustle and energy of the UGYEN Academy women's side that we've seen in the first 20 minutes. After which, those blistering goals simply shattered the momentum they had. Every touch simply seemed to drain the energy out of the women's side for UGYEN Academy after that point, as a brilliant long ball is played up front. Namgedema already has a brilliant one. Plenty of chances to make it two, but simply denied at the final stretch by the goalkeeper for UGYEN Academy. Sonam, a brilliant game otherwise for her as well. Not much she could have done. Outnumbered 2-1 in most of the goals conceded by UGYEN Academy tonight. Also, it is still quite chilly here. A slight drizzle falling over here at Chang Limitang, not helping the players at all. RTC did take a couple of minutes from the first half getting used to it. A lot of slips we've seen from both sides. Today, as RTC almost fell a bit short with that clearance, but Sugmaya makes no mistake. Somlam up front, intercepted. Wilhamo not quite there as that touch intercepted right in the middle. UGYEN. Has Kilizangmo. Press directly by Wilhamo. But brilliant connection there towards Namgedema. Will take an extra step. Has the time. Sonam. What a pass from Kilizangmo, setting up Namgedema. Even if she went at it from that first shot, we were pretty confident it would have been somewhere top corner. But that extra step also put her a bit closer. Simply narrowed the angles for Sonam to deal with. Intense pressure from RTC. UGYEN Academy struggling to get a clean look ahead. Kinzong. Not taking any risks. Will send it out. Throw in for UGYEN Academy. This is the closest they've gotten in the second half. And it will be willed to take as many advantages as they can while they are full of energy. Ugalhamu delivery right inside. The touch of that knee, unfortunate. But Ugalhamu, brilliant job recovering. Cross delivered right inside. Somlamo heads it right back out. And Dikilazom for the cleanup. Gaki off to Pemakinzang Chuki. And they are off to the races. Hand it over. Sudden. Cross deflected. Promising build up otherwise from RTC. Immediate responses. And what pace in their counter attack as they look to restart things off with the throw in. Blade shot on the line. High delivery. And it will be a goal kick for UGYEN Academy. Dikilazom, Pemakinzang Chuki. Dikilazom right up there, left foot. Unfortunate swerve, too much to that right. Beautiful connection there between the two forwards for RTC. Completely unselfish between the two of them. As UGYEN Academy averts immediate danger yet again. This time plays it short off to that right. Sringladin right there to contest. Dikilazom. Sringyangchen. Easy deflection there, not quite the left they wanted. Ugalhamu. UGYEN Academy breakaway on that right, and that final pass. Again the story for both men's and women's sides for UGYEN Academy. The effort on that final stretch, simply too much panic involved. And too much rash judgment to get a clean look in for their forwards. Ugalhamu, right there. Brilliant footwork there, but a bit too hard on that final release as Tojidin sends it right towards the middle. Pemakinzang Chuki has that touch towards Somlamo if she wants. There it is. But the pace not quite there to take advantage. And Sonam, easy clean up as UGYEN Academy will restart yet again. Yangden having to commit to the defensive effort, not helping their offense at all. It is a pick your poison type of decision there for the captain for UGYEN Academy Women's, and it is hurting their odds of coming back in. If the intention is to keep the gap where it is right now, then solid effort, but Yangden, too much power to be kept in the reserves. Throw in. Heavy challenge there on Ugalhamu. Somlamo. Brilliant job winning possession back for the Blues. Sukmaya. Not much work for her here today against UGYEN Academy Women's, but this time the through ball is up and sent off to that side. Brilliant recovery there for UGYEN Academy, which otherwise would have been a completely different story. Promising, but yet again from UGYEN Academy, no delivery. Dojidin sends it right towards the middle. Pimakinda Chuki. Kinle participating in the offensive efforts this time around, given the lead. No chances for regret there for RTC as they do manage to get the ball right back. Sukmaya, brilliant effort there. And throw in it is for RTC. UGYEN Academy, after a solid first quarter of an hour, it has been brutal for them going forward. Somlamo. Corner for RTC, delivery right in the middle, no contact there with any of the Blues as the header. Fortunate for UGYEN Academy with that effort from Dojidin right towards the back. And UGYEN Academy on the breakaway. RTC are scrambling. Tringyangden might have held on to it for a bit too long. As one touch, all it takes for the Blues to get back the ball. Too much pressure on the captain. Clearance long off to the side. Haran right towards Tringyangden. Chuki had Deki making the overlap right in the middle. Zangmo. Leaving no room for error. Choran Beda no chance. And Dojidin it is. The Blues on the breakaway yet again, but this time solid defending. UGYEN Academy having to go all out to simply contain the sharks that the Blues are. Cleared middle. Bounce, unfortunate read there for Somlamo. That header, not quite there. Sukmaya. Off to Namsil Wangsom. Brilliant opportunity there for UGYEN Academy, but they have a substitution coming their way. Namsil Wangsom is coming out, and it will be Som Myongchin, 33, coming in for UGYEN Academy Women's. Solid performance from the number 10, but UGYEN Academy looking to shake things up front. Definitely do feel like they will be committing Tringyangden towards a more forward role with this substitution. Miscommunication, Tringyangden. having to do everything herself. Definitely the thought process going in her mind right now. And sometimes it may be a blessing, but right now it will do her best to involve her team in as many plays as she can. It is not a question that they will concede a few more goals. It is also the decision of the captain that will help them come back in with at least a consolation and a couple more goals to make this an even match. Yangdin. Zhangmo. There again the pressure playing its part as Ugenhamo is let loose against Sukmaya. Brilliant job from the Blues captain. Kept on side. Ugen Academy's ball it will be. Sringyangdin. Give and go, simple tactic I feel Sringyangdin will need to resort to. She is trying to take the ball up herself, which is ending up in a lot of turnovers. This time solid possession, using her teammates both back and forth as Ugen Academy on side, but Kinzang. Solid header. Fortunate touches, some Lamo, brilliant off to on the left. Sringyangdin gets it right back, but offside it will be. Finally at the 1 hour mark. Definitely getting the feeling of back in the qualifiers for the BOB Premier League. The BFF Academy side from the Premier League participated for competitive exposure down in the qualifiers. We saw a lot of blowouts in all their matches, even against the top teams in the qualifiers. As the Academy yet to find an answer against RTC. Again, Sringyangdin, that through ball, solid win there. Sent right back to Sringyangdin. Cross, back post, Namgadema header, and it is in! It was coming from a mile away, but nothing they could do against 17. Who now has her brace and RTC's doesn't. Brilliant positioning from Namgadema. Fantastic. Oh, that header. The verticality to get there as well. Netting RTC their sixth and Ugen Academy yet again on the back foot. Zamo does a solid job winning that header and sending it right off to Diklazom. But Diklazom, given her stature, not much she can do. When the ball is in the ground, she is a wizard, but it is simply those aerial battles that will prove itself the most difficult challenge for her. Doji, right back to Kinzang. Again, back to Sringyangdin, back to again. Space opening for Ugen Academy, but held on to it for a bit too long. The same story as always for Ugen Academy women's. As they lose possession, back to Doji Irin. Yangchin, off to Kinzangmo. Back to Doji Irin. Sringyangdin has the space towards Kinzangmo. Sringyangdin, it is in the wing for RTC. A lot of options, but she will take that one-on-one. Has the ability to beat her. Yes, she does. Sring Yangdin. Delivery inside to Som Lamo, who was off. Unfortunate positioning there from RTC. Also, do let me know if the sound issues continue to persist. It should be good right about now. But Kilazongmo, solid left foot right towards Kinzantema. Dojidin, open. Dekilazom in the middle as well. Ugan Hamo. The body language for Ugan Academy does not look promising. But quite understandably so. 6 goals against a nil in giant fonts on that scoreboard here at Changlemetang is not encouraging by any means whatsoever. Throw in for RTC. Dekilazom. That touch a tad too strong. Sring Yangdin taking advantage. Footwork brilliant from the captain for Organ Academy, and it is off to the races. Somgaki. Brilliant job holding Sring Yangdin on. Left footed delivery inside right towards Kinzantema. Plenty of options. Uganhamo in the back post to take advantage, but it is Somhamo setting things back in motion. Kinlizangmo options to work with. Pimakinzang waiting for that pass right towards the middle, but a bit too late as Ugan Academy women's gap narrowed down to the thinnest of margins. As Somlamo lobs it brilliantly up front. Dekilazom. One-on-one, that shot a bit too late. As that challenge perfectly timed pokes it right off and away for RTC's corner. Corner. Brilliant lift right in the middle. Chaos. RTC taking advantage so many times. This time they cannot. Forced to restart. Cross. Second time. Header. Back. Space opens up. They will decide to hand it off to Som Hamo, who is a step too late. But Kinizangmo. Immense pressure on those heavy touches from Ugan Academy. Looking alive after denying that opportunity for RTC. Sugmaya, pass intercepted. Left flank opening up quite beautifully. Ugan Academy looking to carve an opening through this solid backline for RTC. One touch. Ugan Hamo, one-on-one. And off to the side. She was on side. Brilliant pass there from Sring Yangdin. Promising run there for Ugan Academy as they come ever so close to their consolation. But no room to breathe, no chance to retrospect as RTC set things off in motion against Ringladen. Brilliant pass off to Pimakinzang Chucky. But fantastic physicality. Still on the line. Heavy pressure there by Ringladen. Gets the ball back right in the middle towards Dekilazom. Cannot beat that double team. And Dojidin back to Kilizangmo. Still RTC's ball to play with. Yangjin. That pass to Sringhaden does not quite make its way there, and RTC earn themselves another throw-in. Throw in Played short. Srinyangden sends it up. High aerial battle. Won by RTC. Back to Dojaden to orchestrate the offense for RTC. Brilliant first touch there by Namgyal Dema. Sets up Pema Kazachiki. Hands it right back. Inches to forward. And Namgyal Dema cannot get the contact there, as Sonam does a brilliant job from her side as well, sending it right low in the midfield. One right back. But Sring Yangchen, who thought her teammates were on side, but no defender anywhere near them. And it will be right there with Sonam. A bit more than 20 minutes to go into this match. And UGYEN Academy finally looking alive. UGYEN Academy do have the weight of an own goal burning in the back of their minds right now. But given the chances that opened themselves up to the players of UGYEN Academy, it should now be much more lighter of a burden to bear. Without the expectations of a solid victory and to perform your best, it should be that much more easier to calm yourself down as that passed. Heavy touch there from UGYEN Hermo, who wanted a cut back from her forward partner. As Namgyal Dema led loose again. Decides to cut back, poked right back, Dicky. Pema Kinzang recovered by Som Hamo. Went for it, but too many bodies in the way and not the lift to get over it. As Kinzangmo hands it right off to Ring Haldin. Manages to win against her first. Manages to win against her second. Pass delivered right inside. Yangchen cannot keep it alive. Delivery towards UGYEN Lamo, not quite there. RTC in quite a dangerous area. Brilliant judgment there by Tiklazum. But Namgyal Dema, unfortunate on that touch. Left foot sends it right out for a throw-in for UGYEN Academy. Brilliant pass otherwise from Kit Dynamite. Dojaden. Back to Kinzang. UGYEN Academy definitely committing to a more defensive effort. Their captain Sring Yangden helping out, solidifying the back line for UGYEN Academy as well. It has been held together by Sonam with fantastic save after save. Would have been a completely different scoreline here in Changlimitang if it hadn't been for their goalkeeper. But there is still a lot to be expected from the back line. They should not let these leaks through as easily as they are doing. Slip-ups from all directions, but Sring Yangden comes out on top. Namgyal Dema seems to be clutching at her foot as she went down on that challenge earlier, but seems to be nothing major. Is clawing back to her feet as space opens up for RTC. Left-footed right towards Sonam. Header in the opposite direction. UGYEN Dema there to secure it. Rolled right back towards Dojaden. Plenty of options in midfield and the wing as well. Sring Yangchen. One touch. Intercepted. Well done. Outnumbered. UGYEN Academy have the advantage in RTC's back line, but that pass. Back to Doji. Kilizongmo. There again, simply a little bit too much panic from the side of UGYEN Academy Women's. Otherwise, fantastic job making the reads on the passes from RTC, but they are simply lacking the composure to hold on to possession and keep control of the ball. Definitely a lot of easy fixes here could completely turn the game around for UGYEN Academy. But easily spoken. And as such, UGYEN Academy will continue to face with those same difficulties yet again. Sringyangdin, brilliant win in midfield against Sringyangdin. But that final stumble costs them possession. Sonam. Solid delivery in midfield. Pemakin Chiki right there to intercept. Tojiden. Off to Kinle. Looking like a promising build-up for RTC. But that pass intercepted. Had plenty of power aimed right towards Sringladen, but does not quite make its way there, as that solid clearance sends it right back. Might be the opportunity UGYEN Academy are waiting for. No flag raised. Forced to play it back, and they will restart. But right as I said, unfortunate touch right towards Somlhamo. Space opening up for RTC. Poked on that right wing, let loose. 300. A step in front and she will get the advantage. As another substitution being made. Two substitutions in fact. It is Kilizongmo, 23, the second Kilizongmo coming in. And Choniwangmo coming in for Sringyangdin. Will be a throw-in for RTC. Deep, deep UA territory. Throw-in played short. Pemakin Zhang. Not quite the touch she wanted. Sringyangdin, not the clearance she wanted. Frantic panic inside the box for UGYEN Academy. Posting up against Pemakin Zhang, who does a brilliant job sending it off the defender, and it will be a corner for the Blues. Outnumbered by UA, but that cross delivered right towards the center. Fantastic placement, but simply UGYEN Academy who manages to outmaneuver past the defenses and get a header in. Again, solid effort bolstering the back line, but it is in transition. They are facing difficulty as Sringladen breaks free on that left wing. That got back. Pass right towards the middle. Dekilazum closing in from three sides, releases it off to the side to Choni. That pass a bit too far forward for Kilizongmo to get it properly under control. Fantastic from 26. Baits that challenge from UA, earning themselves a throw-in. So far, definitely a quiet stretch after the brilliant blitzes of goals coming from the side of RTC. As UGYEN Academy, despite scratching their heads for an hour and a couple more, has still not been able to find an answer, and it looks like RTC will keep their streak of clean sheets alive Ugelhamo has not been as impactful as UA wants. Definitely the personnel, they want to get the balls up front too. As 14 at the edge of the box, delivered inside, but no help. Sringcharan simply steps too far behind. And the defender in the way, not helping at all, as RTC earned themselves another throw-in on that counter-attack by UGYEN Academy. Ugelhamo, interception, but that touch might have been a bit too hard. Sringcharan there sends it right back. Ugelhamo takes that shot. Kazadema. Plenty of power off that goalkeeper, but the poacher not there. No advantage by Kenzang. The ball right towards the back, and it will be UA's to reset things once and for all. Poke loose, Kilizamo, control towards Sringharan. Pema Kenzang it is. She has the pace to break free from her defender. Yes, she does. But not many openings. That cross in shut. That back pass shut as well as Kilizangmo sends it far out wide. And Sonam having to deal with that ball herself. Rolled right forward. UGYEN Academy definitely heating up. Sringcharan. Back pass might have been a bit too heavy, and it is. RTC. Sringyangden. Would have been a better option to continue making that run across that left flank, but she settles for a pass up front, and that return never comes. Promising build up from the captain, but poor finish. Again, the frustration and panic, the lack of control from the side of UGYEN Academy Women's, definitely their undoing here against the giants of RTC. Sringladen, midfield, Sanam. Perfectly weighted pass out to that right. Namgadema not there, but the substitution doing a pretty good job keeping things alive for RTC. Ugelhamo is onside. That one touch set up for a forward that was never there. Kinzadema fully expecting that flick from Ugelhamo. Couldn't be more ready than that as Kilizamo looked to play things midfield as again Somlamo lets it roll right past towards UGYEN Academy. Anyone's ball, Sugmaya there for the cleanup. Still anyone's ball. Somlamo keeps it grounded and under control. Sringyangden almost had a challenge in, but that pass breaks free. RTC loose on that right. Pema Kenzang a step too offside, but UGYEN Academy do manage to get a foot in and intercept it before anyone else can make an opportunity out of that ball. Less than 10 minutes remain, the score at a half dozen for RTC. So far they have a streak of 2 games, 8 goals in each, clean sheets in each as well. Right now only 2 goals far from matching their record. In their first 2 games they do have players with hat-tricks. The one closest has been subbed off. Namgadema no longer on the field after she went down that one time on that right flank. Dojidin baiting the defenders from UGYEN Academy. Ugelhamo might not get any more clean looks than that. No participation from her mids and flanks. And UGYEN Academy forced to send it right back in the middle. Somgaki, brilliant win yet again. Her physicality, a dominant presence in the back line for RTC as they send it right back to Somlamo. Looking to build up again. Again, with regards to UGYEN Academy, they have been playing solid But it has simply been their judgment in the final third where they need to get their pass up to their forwards that has been lacking. They are simply rushing their passes, and as a result it is ending up more towards the Blues than their own teammates. There again, possible evidence. Ugenhamo taking it herself this time. Her confidence in herself will be the correct decision. Has the personnel inside if she wants to get across in, but this time the pass again. She has the height, the physical stature to post up her defense, but rushed that pass a bit too much and right into RTC it flew. Also, it is hard, personally speaking, to expect perfection in every touch the players in the field put forth. But at the same time, they do train for this, so wide open, they should not be missing their shots. It was the same story for UGYEN Academy men's, as Santa missed shot after shot yesterday in their face-off. As RTC get a close look up front, delivery right inside Pema Kinzang. Should have gone for it on the first try, as that final effort rolled right towards Sonam. Less than 5 minutes remain. UGYEN Academy has shown us that they are coming ever so close to a goal of their own. Can they deny RTC their clean sheet? Right now, solid job in the second half, holding them down to simply a goal or two. But the response they will need to provide. Football is not a game of defense. It is a game where you deny the opponent the opportunity to score and at the same time score yourself. One part of the job they are doing, but you need to complete both of those checklists. As RTC build up a promising play in midfield, they are involving every personnel they have on the field. Dikilazom touches up to Pema Kinzang. Almost gets it right back. Tring Yangden, brilliant job from the captain. As RTC, I believe, get yet another corner. Corner delivered right in the middle. Rolls off to the left. Somlamo left foot. Went a bit too under that ball. And it will be goal kick for Sanam and UGYEN Academy Women's FC. Tiki. That final touch. Brilliant job recovering. Options opening up for RTC. UGYEN Academy in a frantic. Clearance not there. Choni. Brilliant fake. Sets up a restart for RTC, which they will send right back for another goal kick. RTC on that flag, but denied again. Ugin Academy coming alive defensively, as we are left with simply seconds until the referee blows the whistle and the end of this match. Cross delivered right inside. Contact with the header off the woodworks, and inside it rolls. And 7 it will be for RTC Women's FC right at the closing minute, and 2 more minutes have been added.
Sorry, accidentally in the space. 2 minutes.
Not much power there, but that lack of power a contributing factor as to why Ugin Academy were so surprised and late to react as it rolled right in. RTC 1 away from matching their record and keeping their streak alive, as Ugin Academy lose yet another possession up front. They do manage to keep it alive, but it is in favor of the Blues. Somlhamo, brilliant turnaround, well read there. The captain asking it to be sent long, but a bit too late, and that interception by the RTC forces yet another challenge in the air. Sent out long, intercepted, and right in the middle for Ugin Academy, but right back to WFC it goes. Clean pass off to Kinle, who has the space if she wants to take it herself. Release off to Teklazum, space in midfield. Chuni, Somlhamo right there. High, intense pressure from Ugin Academy earns themselves possession back. Ugin Lhamo might have held on to it for a bit too long. Tringyangden on the breakaway. Waited. Ugin Lhamo will go at it from distance, not the power she would have liked. RTC on that wing, cross inside Teklazum. Steps too far behind to get a header in. Right back for WFC. Not much time remaining on the board for RTC to make it 8 and keep their streak alive. Ugin Academy still. And there is the whistle to signal the end. RTC solid outing here in Changlimitang. 8-0 in their first, 8-0 in their second, and 7-0 in their third against Bolser Ugin Academy. Solid defensive outing in the second half for UAFC, but having their captain in the back line meant Ugin Lhamo was left stranded up front without a partner to work with, and as such, no consolation. Yet another clean sheet for RTC, and a dominant run it was indeed. Solid goals from all around. Namgedema with the strike of the day, possibly, with that banger from distance. As Changlimitang proving a nightmare outing for both Ugin Academy men's and women's. Yesterday, UA men's lost against Tukpa. A blitz in the final 10 minutes to turn it 4-0. And right now, Ugin Academy women's following in their footsteps 7-0. Solid in the second half, but could have asked for better. An own goal in the books for Ugin Academy, contributing to RTC 7. Definitely a lot left on the table. Ugin Academy will leave Changlimitang with a lot of regrets and a lot of work for their coach moving forward. They have the personnel capable. We do know from their match against California Academy, where they scored 5 goals, but simply could not find an answer against the stacked RTC. But brilliant match nonetheless. As always, clinical display from RTC could have done better. Always room to work on. But that is where we end the story here for today. RTC 7, UGYEN Academy 0. And without further ado, this was your commentator, Ugentesh Tochi, signing off for the day. See you guys tomorrow.